10cc. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that's how the third series starts. A little montage. I've always tried to start with an uplifting song. A sort of a juxtaposition to the themes of the show. Like Lovely Day, Bill Withers, Top of the World, The Carpenters, and Things We Do for Love. Right, I got loads of questions. I saw hundreds. I tried to, like most of them, I'll probably miss some altogether. We're not going to get through them all. But I did make sure I saw Joey's question, who keeps missing it. Joey's a cat, by the way, in case this is the first time you've tuned in to this absolute bollocks. I mean, a lot of these questions do come from cats and dogs. Yeah. I mean, this is one of the themes of Afterlife, really, is that we're all a bit broken. And me and this gang, we're all a bit broken. It's good, isn't it? We found each other. Chloe, does it feel sad when you finished a series, especially as Afterlife? Or do you just look forward to the next challenge? No, it is sad, but it's not as sad as it could be, because I know I'm going to see those people again. You know, if not immediately, then eventually I try and work with all my favourite people over the years, and I even cast before I write these days, and I try and always use the same crew. And obviously some people aren't available. We lost some people to the pandemic because they had another job, or they were on a longer filming thing in America or whatever. But you know, it's not. I'm not saying goodbye forever anyway. I don't know. I'm gonna write the same dog in though. That might be. I don't know if my next character is to have exactly the same dog. We'll see. I think Auntie's retiring soon anyway. Oh, I should thank you all for the gifts as well. There's Auntie. Rachel made that from the Bollocks gang. And I got this lovely card as well from everyone. You know who you are. Who's that? That's oh yeah, that's Susie Hope. And I got this from the Bollocks gang. Look at that! Isn't that amazing? And then it opens to that. And there's little gifts inside, including this lovely notepad, which I haven't even opened yet, because I want to save it for the first line of whatever my next project is. Yeah, thank you very much, and lots of cards for all the Bollocks gang. As I say, you know you are. Ollie Afterlife, where do you think the emotional depth of your writing and your performance came from? I don't know. It's in us all, isn't it? I mean, some people shy away from it. Some people, don't want to put sad bits in a comedy. They don't want to talk about grief and terrible things because they think it's sort of off-putting, or sometimes it's too distressing, or it's not that sort of thing. I like going there because it's something you can do that no one else can quite do. You might not be the best writer in the world or the best director or whatever, but no one, if you're doing it all, if you're writing, you're directing and you're acting in it, no one can play your version of emotions like you. If you do it honestly, then that's as good as it can be. So, I don't know, I just feel like I want to be braver and more honest. So, you just go there. Just sort of go there. Otherwise, things stay taboo if you don't confront them. So, I've always liked realism, I guess. Leslie, thanks for the gift of Afterlife, a unique and real love story. And beautiful soundtrack, yeah. How many times does Tony say, take a picture in series 3? Should be a gif of all the looks he does. Can you do the face for us now? So yeah, at each news story, when Tony's sort of flabbergasted at the banality or whatever, he goes, take a picture, like that. How many would there be? Well, is there one news story per 6 maybe? I mean, it's a maximum of 18, isn't there, in the whole tour? I don't think I did more than 2 news stories. Did I say it every time? So, over the series, maybe 17 times. I like that. I like there's a little callback with that, with the relationship between Lenny and Tony, which is sweet. Daniel, if there was a spin-off based on an Afterlife character, who do you think it should be based on? That's so difficult. I mean, I think any of them could have a spin-off. They're all such strong characters by the best actors for the role. I mean, my first thought of the big characters, big comedy characters like Ratty and the Nonce, or Brian, just Brian and James together. I don't know. Ken Otley. Ken Otley started off as a main character. Years ago, I had the character of Ken Otley, and I was going to play him. And it was going to be a fake documentary about someone on the periphery of show business, like this sad sort of agent just living above a shop somewhere and getting the dregs of the entertainment industries. And then Afterlife came along, and I thought, this is a better idea. And I remembered him, and I thought that'd be a good little character just to have it after. And of course, I couldn't play him. That would be a bit weird. Me playing. That would break the realism a bit. So yeah, and I thought the perfect person for it, which is Colin Holt, who is a whirlwind. The problem with those big characters is you can get too much of them, so you still have to have an ensemble. You know what I mean? So, and would they exist in that world? I might as well just do Afterlife again. They'd be happy to do it. I did think of, like, when I was writing, I did think, like, it would be good to do Taxi Driver the musical, just a one-off, and or write one novel. Open Wide, the medical erotic fiction by Penny Spencer Wright. But then I thought, what, write a novel ironically? That's mental. A year's work for ironic. But I'd be happy to any one of them to have a spin-off. I'd give my blessing and I'd take my cut and let them do all the work. But I need to move on to the next thing. And thanks, Daniel, for I signed those things, and thank you for all those little clips. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you rip little clips from Netflix. And let's not draw attention to it, because I don't want them to take them down. But good work. Thanks for all that. I love that, and I use them myself. I retweet the video. There's lots of people that are so much cleverer than me on the internet. They can do stuff. I wouldn't know where to start. Bella, oh, you made it right. I've just had to endure a bath. Afterwards, I spend many minutes licking myself dry. Do you think I would dry quicker if I used something other than my tongue? It's amazing that works, isn't it? What is that? What is happening? So I suppose you're licking off the water and swallowing it. So it's like you're sort of like your tongue is like a little flannel that you keep wringing out down your throat. It works. Don't worry about it. Would you like a hairdryer, Bella? Would that? You wouldn't want that, would you? You want a hairdryer, do you? No, stick with the tongue. Again, a towel. You want to be independent. You don't want someone to have to towel you down. You just shake. Don't you just do that thing when you shake it? Or the last bit is the tail that does that. I love seeing the dog. I like the dog that shakes so much that their feet come off the ground and they nearly fall over when they got just such a, like a little powerful tumble dryer that nearly knocked her. I saw a dog once that was so happy with wagging it fell over. That just made me laugh. That a dog was so happy it wagged itself over, it fell over. Also, what's your next project now? Afterlife has been released. Not sure. I've got it down to 2 ideas. I know I want to do a new stand-up straight away. I want to get straight back in the saddle. I've delivered that. It won't be out for months on Netflix. It seems old now. I'm worried about if I do a joke about Boris Johnson, people go, "Who's that?" Hopefully, he won't be around in spring, but we'll see. Although I shouldn't worry about being old because people are still watching Humanity and Animals and luckily, there's enough jokes about Hitler, and he's evergreen, isn't he? So a new stand-up called Armageddon. That's all I've got the title and what I want to do about. And then a new project which I don't know. I'll just take maybe a year. Goes from one thing to the next. We even considered having a holiday. Maybe. We haven't had one for like 35 years. Oh God. Cat called Sherlock. Any plans to release bloopers? Yeah. Next week. Or this week. End of this week. The weekend. This weekend. That's just about, 15 minutes of the best. Well, it was a lot, but you get bored with them. So they're crunched down. Look forward to that. Gunnar, did you have Tony Way shave? Did you have Tony Way shave before the belly raspberry? No. He's perfect. He didn't need to shave. He's like a big baby, big smooth baby. I wonder if he's watching this. Oh dear. A big smooth, it's like kissing an egg. A peeled, hard-boiled egg. I forget that it's as bad for him as me. Well, actually, no. It's worse for me, isn't it? Because it's my mouth on his belly. And mouth trumps belly, doesn't it? I mean, it was my idea. I wrote it and I directed it, so it's my fault it happened at all. But I definitely got the worst end of the deal when it came to it. And I could taste his deodorant. I went, it was Sure, apparently. Joey, made it. Which scene had the most outtakes? Right. So, the first thing I think of would be maybe Brian talking about, it's alright, that's not a spoiler, but telling James about the home video he made with his ex-wife. That took a long time. I was in the hall of the house, and with headphones on, and I was still ruining takes with laughing. Ken Otley's always do it, particularly in the meeting, where it's sort of, some of it is semi-improv. You never know what's going to happen, and they're all there, so it's impossible. And right in the answer, it might be Brian telling Valerie the joke, and he kept making it worse and worse. Well, I won't give anything away. Oh God. Ricky, when deciding who would play who, was it always the plan Ashley to play Emma and Kerry to play Lisa? are both utterly perfect in their respective roles. Could it have been the other way around? Well, it could have been, I guess. Yeah, they're both great actors. So, I think I thought of the wife character first, and I thought Kerry would be perfect for that. So, that was gone when I thought of the nurse and offered it twice. But yeah, it could have been the other way around. Yeah, but. Could it? I think. Well, it could. Yeah, it just could. But I think this way is better. I mean, I think so. Anyway, yeah. Titch, how exciting! My question, Uncle, is this: did David Earl and Ethan have pants on in the bathroom toilet? I forgot about that. That took a long time as well. That took a long time. Have pants on in the bathroom toilet scene, or did they have their winkies out? No, there's never any winkies out on my set. There's never, no, nothing. No offal of any description. No winky clunges, nothing. Not that sort of show, ever. No, he had... So David Earl had his own pants on and then fake pants in his trousers around his, costume. And I remember costume showing us the pants and they looked really grimy, looked really horrible. It was funny. And Ethan it's like a little flesh coloured tight sort of pant thing that you can't see under the water. And it's sort of stretchy and really tight, so it looks surgical and skin colour, and it really works. He looks totally naked. Yeah, what a trip. It's still embarrassing. It's still embarrassing being fake naked in front of everyone. You know what I mean? So I don't know how people do it for real. Forget it. If I wrote a script like that, it could be the best script in the world, and they go, Ricky gets naked. Forget it. Damon Chandler. What was the last show someone spoiled for you? What, you mean like telling me Oh, I know. So, we're in New York and... Oh, this would be a spoiler though. This would be a spoiler for people who haven't seen it. I've got to tell you now. Watching the last series of The Sopranos, Outtakes. By coincidence, we were having dinner with Michael Imperioni, the guy who played Christopher. We walk into the restaurant, and he went, "So they whacked me," and I went, I haven't fucking watched it yet." Sending off the actor for ruining. Oh, you idiot. So that one. Danielle, when you are waiting for people to watch your work, do you... I mean, I don't know why I'm having to squint and look around. I could just get that out of the way and have the computer closer to me, but I'm an idiot. When you're waiting for people to watch your work, do you worry about the response you'll get? Yeah. Or because of your success in all your works, do you feel quietly confident about it? And what does the rare criticism make? Does it make you question your work? Yeah. Loved Afterlife. Well, you worry about stuff, but I don't worry about critics. I did. The first time I thought, oh God, I thought it was the be all and end all. But one, you realise they're just one person. So it's, Two, you realise there's always one that wants to go the other way, that wants to be too cool for school. So you know that one of them, usually a posh paper, will try and go, this is rubbish. You know what I mean? Because everyone's saying it's brilliant, they've got to go, no, it's rubbish. So you know that's going to happen. And also, they've got no clout, really, like they used to. When you think there was 10 big papers that people read, and each one of them could halt a career or, take a play off Broadway or whatever. Now it's, they haven't got the clout of Twitter. They haven't got the... Because everyone's got an equality, everyone's got a voice, everyone's got a platform. So if one critic says it was rubbish, there's a 1,000 people that go, no, it isn't. So that doesn't worry me. I mean, I worry about fans liking it, I guess. I do it for them. But you can't second guess people. You've just got to do it for yourself and hope it goes down. You know what? You do it so it's successful enough for someone to say, do you want to do it again? That's one thing that drives me more than just the art of it. That you want it to be successful enough so they go, do you want to do another season or do you want to do something else? I am quietly confident with that. I do think, because I've got so much time to think about it, I'm not going to do something that's so mental and so expensive that it busts a company, And you get good at it. You get good at your job. I think most people's failures are the first 5 things they do, and then once they've got the hang of it, then they keep working. Or they do a thing that's totally wrong or too expensive, or they felt pressure. But once you sort of know what you're doing, there's always going to be enough audience relative. If I started making things like Game of Thrones that cost 10 million an episode and it wasn't the biggest thing that year, then I'd probably come unstuck. But that's not what I do anyway. So I know with what I do, it's gonna do okay. Does Boot, when you die, unbelievable. When you die, would you like your funeral remembrance service to be a fun event filled with laughter? And if yes, would you be a bit pissed off that not one fucker cried? No, I don't want anyone stealing the limelight with jokes. I don't want anyone making jokes. I just want them watching my last stand-up. So it's no. Yeah, obviously you want. I don't care. I'll be dead. But if I faked my own death and I was secretly watching, I'd want people to be absolutely devastated, collapsing, going, I can't go on. Just the whole, just like that, just crying. The vicar's crying. He can't fucking carry on. Vicar, what's the vicar doing there? Why am I doing that? I don't know. What's he doing here? People in the town hear the crying, the wailing. They come in and what's going on? They see it and they start crying. Just that's what I want. It's the saddest day ever. I want bands to write a song about it. Val, do you think cavemen suffered from OCD, bipolar, ME, or any similar conditions? Or are they a recent development in man's evolution? What a great question. Right, the quick answer is I don't know. I don't know. My instinct that it wouldn't be. They wouldn't have them. Like, it's a modern... I don't know. Why would they... I feel that they wouldn't have the capacity yet to worry about... Certainly not be aware of them and introspect and worry about... They didn't have time, did they? I mean, when you've just got to think... There's lions everywhere and I've got to eat today or I die. And even when you survive, you probably make it till about 28. I don't think you've got time to worry about stuff. It doesn't mean they didn't exist. I also don't think that those sort of things would exist before language. I don't know why though. Why wouldn't they exist? Yeah, you'd have. Yeah, you must have. if you've got psychology, you'll have psychological problems, wouldn't you? I guess. It's hard to imagine though, isn't it? How it would even manifest itself. Do chimps have it? That might be a clue. I mean, they have anxiety, don't they? I just think a caveman they wouldn't get a look in those problems because they'd just be so visceral. They'd just be about survival, eating and mating and warmth. But I don't know. That's a great question. I'll ask Sam Harris next time. I'll ask Sam Harris. Nirika, what's the update on the Mary Biddle spin-off? Right, let's tell me you're at least thinking about it. There's one mention of Mary Biddle where Tony and Lenny go and cover a pair of swingers and they tell a story about Mary Biddle. And you might recognise Steve Brodie, who was actually in end of season 1 in the crematorium, outside the crematorium. And that's why he says, I work at the crematorium. Little callback. Colleen, the new girl, she says, I used to work at the mini mart. She's in episode 1, series 1. She's sitting on the floor when I go, where's the dog food? And she says, next to the cat food. And I go, right, I've got another question. And she only had one line, but she nailed it. And I thought, oh, she'd be good. So there's little things like that to look out for. A few little callbacks. There you go. Well, that was, thank you for all of that. I think that was fun. Thanks for watching. If you haven't watched all 6, get round to it. If you haven't watched any of them, start from series 1. 18 episodes, there forever now, done. I am squinting, yeah. I've just had a bath. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Been doing so many of these things, like Zoom things. I was going to be in America this week, but I'm doing those by Zoom because of COVID, which is good, really. You know, it's just, and I can do stuff here as well. So I haven't been to our place in America for 2 years, but it feels like we're getting back to normal now. So yes, please keep watching. Please keep tweeting me. I love hearing your stories and your favourite bits, and I love people sending me videos of their dog watching Brandy. Yeah, I've never had a reaction like it. It's gone down a storm. I can't imagine what the viewing figures will be like. People have not only been watching sort of 1 and 2 again, but people had binged watched all 6 like the first morning. It's out around the world. It's, yeah, it's been just the best few days. So the playlist is on Spotify and on Radio 2 on BBC Sounds. I did a little thing talking about the music as well. Check that out. Yeah, watch it twice as well. I think that counts in the viewing figures. Watch it on a different device. Just leave it on when you go out. Alexa, play Afterlife on Netflix. Siri, play Afterlife. Oh, the good old days. Thank you so much. I'll do one of these in the near future. I've still got a week or 2 of like mad publicity. Then I want to do some warm-ups. Thank you so much for my gifts. That's enough now. I love these gifts, but I always worry that you're spending your hard-earned cash. And I know you did a whip round and there was money left over and you gave that to an animal charity, so that's perfect. I haven't forgotten that I'm going to give a little prize for people who randomly put the Twitter header up. And I've got to auction that paw print as well, for All Dogs Matter. So, cheers everyone. Tatty bye. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye.